Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. My name is Nefertiti, and you can find my information in the description box below. So this is an energy update for the week beginning February 2nd through February 9th, the Leo full moon. So this might actually feel like the new year for some of us because January was very challenging, right? We were still doing a lot of purging and clearing. We had a lot of energy spikes with the Schumann resonance. And then, of course, we had the eclipses and Uranus going direct and just a lot of shifts and changes, a lot of upheaval, a lot of internal realizations about the changes that we need to make, the shifts that need to occur in our life. I really feel like February through June is a time for us to really build on the foundations that we already have. So as we went through 2019, which was also a very confusing year, a lot of nebulousness, a lot of going back and forth maybe about your purpose, a lot of relationship dynamics shifting and changing as well. I feel like from now until June, which is when the eclipses start again, we're going to have a time to integrate all of these changes. We're going to have a lot of retrogrades and different aspects going on, which is providing us opportunities to really start building. So think about a compost bin. That's the image that I'm getting in my mind right now. When we're composting, we're putting in all of the old food scraps, all of the old paper, leaves, anything like that, all of the old decaying material, and allowing it to go through a process, an alchemical process, to change and shift into something that we can utilize to grow new food. And so that's what I feel like this energy is like. We've had to clear a lot of old stuff, had to put it in the compost bin, right? Turn it around and rotate it and add more dry stuff, more wet stuff. And now we have this rich, beautiful soil that we can plant seeds in. And that's the energy that we have right now. We're planting seeds on the foundation that we've already built, on the healing, on the integration that we've already gone through, right? So just be mindful also that a lot of people are starting to wake up. A lot of people are feeling this energy of having to level up, having to really face their fears, those deep-rooted subconscious fears that are being brought to the surface right now with this Saturn-Pluto conjunction energy that's going to be with us all year. So we might see lots of projection and what I call energetic pulling. It's when somebody's obsessed with another person and they think about them constantly. And the person that they're thinking about might be highly empathic, highly intuitive, so they can feel this energetic pull from the other person because they don't want to let go. You know, this is going to be a time of a lot of lovers trying to rush in, right? February is going to be very interesting because there's lots, not only is Valentine's Day occurring, but we have a lot of energy and aspects in the astrology which point to union and love and coming together. So this could be a time when we are interacting with our twin flame. I feel like the twin flame journey is just that, right? It's different for everyone. So a lot of us are going to be connecting with our twin this year, but it may not result in union per se. It just depends on where you are and where your twin flame is. But I think that there's definitely going to be some sort of connection with the twin flame energies this year, whether that's physical or on an energetic level. A lot of twin flames connect in their dreams and they send messages to each other telepathically because it's the same soul. You guys are the same soul. So really start to pay attention to your intuition when it comes to your love and affection and how you're feeling and messages that you might be getting. You know, we've got a lot of energy here too for the cosmic pushing forward, right? The building. And Venus is here. Venus is going to be transiting a lot and aspecting a lot this month. So this is going to be sweetening everything up. This is a very different energy than we were experiencing in January. So I'm very glad about that. We are right in the midst of Imbolc as I'm recording this video. Imbolc is a time of renewal and purification and cleansing. So this is a wonderful time this week to start spring cleaning, perhaps taking a spiritual bath, resetting your crystal grids, anything that has to do with like purging and releasing and organizing. This is a wonderful energy for that. All right. So let's talk about the astrology. On the 2nd, February 2nd, Venus in Pisces is sextiling Pluto in Capricorn. So whenever I see this transit, I think about that Sade song, Sweetest Taboo, Secret Lovers, right? This is deep, intense love energy, obsession, whirlwind love. So like I said, this is about maybe people trying to rush in, fools rushing in, right? This is very sexually charged energy. So use your discernment. You know, I'm not a big casual sex person, and I don't criticize anyone that is, but be mindful that a lot of energy is being stirred up right now. And it's so important to use your discernment, practice safe sex, of course, but call on your spirit team. If you're meeting someone and you're kind of feeling a certain way about them and you're like, should I give them the goods? Talk to your angels and guides. They're available to answer these kind of questions for you, right? Don't be shy. They're with you. So call on them and ask them, is this right? You know, and they might tell you, he ain't it. Or no, she not it. And you need to follow that guidance, okay? On February 3rd, we have Mercury moving into Pisces. And Mercury is going to be here for a while because he's preparing to retrograde in Pisces starting on February 16th. So he's moving into his shadow. So we're already going to see like information, our mental faculties kind of starting to slow down. Retrogrades are a time for review, revising all of the rewords, right? This is a very creative transit, great for mental and spiritual integration. This is also good for practicing compassion, not sympathy. And you've heard me talk about this in a lot of other videos. Compassion is a higher vibrational frequency, energy, emotion, practice than sympathy. So your intuition and psychic abilities are going to be heightened at this time. This is also a great time for connecting to your soul tribe, doing dream work. We have Venus sextiling Saturn. So we had Venus connecting to Pluto. Now it's connecting to Saturn in that conjunction. So this could have you really, really wanting to meet your true partner, your twin flame, somebody that you can build with if you're single, or if you're already in a relationship, this is going to see you wanting more stability with your partner. This is not about superficial connections, no hookups or one night stands here, right? Many of us are really getting tired of that energy. And a lot of us light workers, especially in 2019, chose to not date consciously because we know we have things that we need to work on. We don't want to keep attracting the same type of partners. And we know that we attract what we are. And this could also be about you knowing when a relationship is complete and choosing to part amicably. Right? Knowing that this is no longer serving us, we're not happy, we're not able to move forward. Are you living together or are you dying together? That's a very important question to ask in your relationships. And I want to just say this. I am not a big fan of online dating. And again, this is not a criticism to people who choose to use this medium to connect with people. But I will assert that when you are engaged in online dating, you're basically allowing the algorithms of a computer program to decide who it is that's going to come into your feed, i.e., who you're going to meet. And so I think that is not really the best way, in my opinion, energetically to connect with somebody, especially if it's your twin flame that you're trying to connect to. But remember that love could happen anywhere, anytime, any place. So you do what's right for you. Perhaps you will meet your twin flame on an online dating site, but I think it's highly unlikely. With this Saturn, Pluto conjunction and Venus here, this is about getting back to true connection, meeting somebody at a coffee shop or at a library or walking down the street, approaching somebody and saying, hey, how you doing? What's your name? I really think that you look nice. You're beautiful. Can I get your number? Right? Actually being brave enough to approach people again. So you take that for what you will. All right. On February 5th, we have Mercury in Pisces sextiling that Uranus and Taurus. So this could be unexpected good news coming in, perhaps a change in your daily routine, socializing and making new friends. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is a month where we're going to be more social. The energy is here to support that. And this is also a great transit for seeing new ways for solving problems, right? Unique ways, thinking outside of the box. On February 7th, we have Venus moving into Aries. This is a very inspiring transit, very open and direct when it comes to romance. So again, we have more energy supporting that connection between humans that does not involve computers, right? Actually going out and meeting people. And this is a great transit for loving all things physical. So take that for what you will, right? Loving your sex life, loving working out, your exercise routines. This is also an impulsive and adventurous transit. Can be a little self-serving, right? Because this is Aries. So try not to move too fast, right? When you meet somebody this month, there could be a lot of passion, a lot of like, wow, okay, I'm trying to give it to you, right? But just be patient, get to know people, right? Get to know people, have conversations, tame that wild sexual beast that wants to just give it up. The 8th, February 8th through February 9th is the Leo full moon. And this is occurring at 11:33 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the 8th and 2:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 9th. This is at 20 degrees of Leo. So again, another 2, right? Building solid foundations, lovers. This particular full moon is trine to Mars, now transiting Sagittarius. So this is a lot of passion and desire. This is 2 fire signs coming together, right? Fire energy. Relationships are on the table. The courage to go after your desires and dreams, or making the first move if you've had your eye on somebody, right? But what do you want? What do you want in a romantic relationship? And be that, right? Self-love. Loving yourself creates miracles in your life. And if you want a certain type of partner, you become that energy, because like attracts like. So what action steps can you take? Because this is fire signs, a fixed sign. What action step can you take to bring more love into your life? And this is, again, great positive energy, right? A lot different from the full moon that we experienced in January. This full moon is also quincunx to Neptune in Pisces. So this is highly emotional. Full moons are already emotional and extroverted in nature, but this Neptune connection is going to make it extra emotional, extra intuitive. This is ripe for sexual fantasies, or perhaps making a sexual fantasy a reality and bringing more sensual energy into your connection, your love connection. This could also point to sexual tension and perhaps some ambiguity, right? So I would also encourage people too, with this Neptune transit, to avoid getting drunk at parties specifically, right? Because Leo is a party sign. Neptune rules drugs and alcohol and all of those things that kind of make us go into foggier places, right? Places that are more nebulous. So moderation in all things. So excellent energy this week. I'm really, really excited about this time that we're in from February to June, because we have time to process. We're still going to be getting downloads and upgrades. We're still going to be getting those spikes in the Schumann resonance and those galactic energy waves coming to the planet for our ascension as far as that goes. But I feel like we're going to just have a little bit more balance and more time to process and integrate all of the changes that we've had to make and the changes to come. Let's move on to the Oracle card. And the card that came up was the Lady. And this is one of my favorite cards in the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card deck by Kyle Gray. This represents the Empress in traditional tarot. So this is about us really reaping and enjoying our rewards. Right? We've done a lot of work, especially in 2019. So Saturn is here to reward us. Pluto is here to reward us, right? Saturn and Pluto are definitely malefics, right? When it comes to astrology and describing their energies. But I like to think of them as you being rewarded for the work, right? Saturn rewards hard work. Pluto is about the phoenix rising from the ashes. So this is about the universe hearing your prayers and answering them. And when I look at this card, she looks very fruitful, very happy. Like, yeah, I have everything that I need and I have enough to share. My cup is overflowing. And I see all this green energy in this card. This is heart chakra energy, right? This looks like a woman that really practices self-love. She seems very secure within herself. And she's got all this fruit growing around her, right? Because of the seeds that she's planted. And we know that there is a time between the seed being planted and the harvest. And I think I'm going to actually talk about this on one of my Self-Love Sunday podcasts. If you would like to listen, I do this podcast every Sunday morning, post it. So definitely in this energy for sure of reaping rewards, of harvesting all that we've planted. Let's move on to the angel number. And the number that came up was number 24, which adds up to 6. And this is a number of solid foundations about trusting your intuition and inner wisdom, because your needs will be met as you work towards achieving success, as you do your light work. So ask your angels for guidance whenever you feel the need. Know that they are here to encourage you and support you. And they're sending you positive energy right now to boost your self-belief, your self-esteem. And you have built the foundations. So trust yourself. Trust your intuition and know that you're on the right path, regardless of what's going on around you, because energy is always shifting and changing. And remember, as you think, so shall you be. So as you make these positive thinking changes, your life will also change. And it could seem a little chaotic sometimes because we don't really know like what direction things are going in. But that's the whole point of us trusting the universe, because they're always, our angels, our teachers and guides are always here to support us. And they're always wanting us to move towards the energy that we want in the quickest, fastest, and most harmonious way. So let's move on to the crystal. And the stone that came up was sunstone, one of my favorites. I call sunstone the lie detector, right? When you wear it, it helps you to discover if somebody's been telling you untruths. It encourages independence and originality. It'll help you to tap into your hidden talents. It's also great for attracting unexpected prosperity and good luck. Sunstone is going to give you a boost of energy. It's going to help you to feel alive. It's also great for helping you to maintain any health and fitness programs that you're on, or giving you extra energy if you work in an occupation where you need to be more physical, right? Sunstone is a strength stone, so it's going to offer you help if you've had any type of emotional loss. Maybe you've been dealing with grief, or maybe you had a sudden loss. Sunstone is great for that. It'll help you with the stress that comes because of those situations, especially if you've experienced financial reversal. It's also a great stone if you have any kind of weird fears or phobias, like claustrophobia, or if you're afraid of the dark. So I love sunstone to help boost my internal prosperity, right? Because the inner creates the outer. So stones like citrine, they're going to actually help you to attract, you know, hardcore cash. But if you're looking to improve your vibration, to allow your vibration to come into alignment with the energy of abundance, then sunstone is great for that. It's also great for reducing stomach tension. So if you suffer from ulcers or just any type of stomach issues, sunstone will help you with that. It's going to resonate with the sacral and solar plexus chakras. Going to help to clear those emotional hooks too from old lovers or anyone that's plugged in and trying to drain your energy. Like I said, it's the lie detector. So if you feel like you're around people that don't have the highest intentions, you can use sunstone and it'll kind of sort through the nebulousness that you have so that you can get to the truth. So let's move on to the spirit animal, and the animal that showed up was the pig. Now, I know a lot of people think pigs are disgusting and filthy, but pigs are actually very intelligent and super cute. When the pig shows up, that means your life is about to flourish. This could be financial abundance, but this could also be about just wish fulfillment and your garden growing, right? You can suddenly start to make new connections, or maybe the job that you've been wanting for a while manifests. This is also about showing gratitude, right? The pig is here to let you know that you are secure, and that you can stand on your own 2 feet, and that you can weather any storm that comes your way. The pig is not really fond of self-righteous behavior or being selfish, but just being aware that you have the ability to solve your problems, to tap into your ingenuity, and to be quick to shift on a dime. If you've ever seen pigs, they kind of move in weird ways, like they go forward, they go backward, but they're really quick in their movements. And when the pig shows up, that means now is the time. Now is the time to move forward. Pigs don't ever, when they move around, they do move, but they don't ever move backwards. They don't root while they're moving backwards. So they're always looking for ways to move forward, seeking out opportunities, finding the best ways to nourish themselves and to move on when there's no more nourishment in their current environment, right? So this is about creating your own reality. The Greek goddess Demeter, she was an earth goddess, and she held dominion over like fruitfulness and abundance, and her animal companion was the pig. So I thought I would mention that. But call on the pig animal totem when you need more luck, when you need to feel more fertile, and especially if you're trying to conceive, have children. But this could also be about you conceiving a business or an idea or a career or a move, right? So the pig animal is very resourceful and honorable and compassionate. So call on that pig when you want to activate your throat chakra, when you want to create that new life. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I hope that you will join me for Self-Love Sundays. And I post those videos typically before 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you again. Have a wonderful week. I will speak to you again soon. Namaste.